Hey guys, Dazzlator Magic here, and sorry for the no videos lately. I've been working on something else. And, I don't know, you might maybe want to tune in Saturday at 10 o'clock, see what I've been working on. But for now, I was wondering, which means some of you were probably wondering, Magic 30th. It's been out for about a month. How is it selling online? Just straight up sealed, because remember, $9.99. Basically 1,000 US dollars. So are they going for 15? 2? 3? Ooh, is it the awesome investment for the super limited set that super sold out completely to the last one and totally didn't get pulled early? Well, low to high, filtered for accuracy. What do we got? We got one coming from Canada here. You can get it for the equivalent of $12.01 plus 32 shipping. Then back to America, we got 1,300 flat, 0 bids. I guess it's, bid or best offer. Yeah, good luck with that. They haven't even received an acceptable offer. Then we got 1,500 there and 1,546. So, wow, what a great investment. I'm so glad these people are making a tiny profit. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. I actually know how eBay works, unlike apparently the majority of people. Just because you list something for a price doesn't mean that's what it's worth. I could ask $100,000 for anything. That doesn't mean that's what it's worth. Don't trust every seller to accurately price anything. There's a lot of wishful thinking prices on eBay and honestly Amazon as well. Why don't we take a peek at the sold history? So Magic the Gathering 30th anniversary, 2 packs for $700. Wait a minute. Here's the problem. That was November 2nd and it launched at the end of November. So these were from Vegas, which pretty much nobody went to. So there's a little premium tacked onto that, but remember, this is only half, and if they're out of sealed, you might be able to do something with them. I don't know. I just assume without ever even holding one in my hand that they got some kind of vulnerability, because even at this price level, they still just don't seem to care as much as even Pokemon. Alright, so I'm scrolling past a couple more that were early November. Let's get to something that sold in December. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. Basically 1,300. Now that was 14 bids. He put it up straight for bid, as did the second one. 12 bids, landed at 1,355. Now, people get a little nutty with bids, and I think if they were a non-paying buyer, this will still show up. So like it could have been a troll bid, but I don't know. I could like see somebody paying that. But why didn't they just buy it in the first place? 30-minute window? Come on. Like what is somebody buying up more than the limit, or who knows? Then we had 4 packs loose. Go for 1,350. Buy it now. What? I think somebody bought them up at Vegas or held them, or I don't know what they were doing, but 4 loose. Where do you get 4 loose other than Vegas? Why would you open it and be like, oh, I'm selling them non-sealed? Honestly, could have been a scam. Who knows? They uploaded a garbage aspect ratio vertical photo, okay? I don't think this person's a member of Mensa. So as soon as I go over 1,500, it's pretty much just like, best offer accepted, best offer accepted, best offer accepted. So we don't really know what it's sold for, but not the asking price. Now, after the 12+% typical eBay fees, depends upon your account type and some other stuff, and then we'll say insured shipping. On 1,500, you'd be taking home almost exactly 1,300, so that's not too bad. $300 profit? I mean, I don't know what sales tax was. The highest one I found, and I barely even believe this, $2,000 one bid plus $1,575 shipping on December 6th. I don't believe that. And then there's like the 2 under it. I don't know, dude. Some say in hand, some say pre-order. I don't know what went on with that, but who would do that? Who would bid 2,000? I don't get it. They weren't the only listing. You can just find the rest. I don't understand that. So if we were to go to January 4th, this one allegedly sold in an allegedly real sale. 1,555. Then we got 1,547 on January 1st. Although you can see in the listing, 1,223, so this was listed for a while. Then we got January 1st, best offer accepted. You don't really know what that was. Then we got 1,500 flat, late December, one that we don't know, and then the Sketch 2001 and some older ones. I've got to say, I didn't see that coming. I would have thought, oh, I missed out, oops, or like, even ahead of time, but we'll just ignore that. Shortly after release, maybe right after people started getting them in hand, I would have thought 1,100 to 1,200 or like 1,300, 1,400, just little 10%, 20% margin, just because people are like, oh, this is radioactive. I made a mistake. Let's see if this works. And then I thought a week or two later, we'd probably be like near or at cost, or maybe even dipping a little bit below it. And then, give it till January, February, and we'd be looking at like Just get rid of this 800, I'll just take the loss. That's exactly what I thought would happen. I am shocked that this is staying so high. And this is what I was talking about in the other video. I think so few people are touching this at all because they can't trust it. It's an insane price and people hate it. They're just like, I'm going to back away slowly. And that's why the volume on eBay is astonishingly low. In the last 90 days, there's been about 90 sales. If you were to look at Modern Masters 3, I bet in the first 2 weeks, you're probably looking at 5,000 to 10,000 completed sales on eBay. It would have to be somewhere in that neighborhood. It's insane. So yeah, I get it. Different print run, but nobody touched these. And I think that's the thing is, in order for the price to go down, there has to be less sellers than there are buyers. Generally. It's a bit simplified, but generally. So if there's nobody trying to flip these because they didn't think that they'd make any money and it's a giant risk, yeah, I guess there are 90 buyers out there. Could be 10 buyers making 9 purchases each. But yeah, it seems like they're selling as fast or faster than they could be listed. The prices aren't exactly going up, but they're not going down. Maybe people are just absolutely refusing to take under a profit on these, but they're not saying, oh, fine, screw it, 1,200. I'll just make, 10, 20, 30 bucks profit and just whatever. Better than being stuck with it. Better than the buyers drying up. Almost every Magic set in the last 5 years has ended up like that, which is why I got out of that market. So will the value go up or down? Will it crash? I don't know. I really think it has a downward outlook, but that's what I thought before too. And like I said, I think it's just, wow, the supply is just that bad that the couple buyers out there are propping up the price. So what about the singles? Well, if you were to just look at the highest prices for what people are asking, note that a lot of these say, well, some of them say sold out, but 2 listings, 1 listing, 1 listing. It's a handful of people trying to get an outrageous price for cards that, I don't know if you noticed, are not tournament legal. Boy, that's embarrassing that TCG Player took the time to do that. What's the whole set, EV? I can't find it on any of the websites that I would normally check that. They didn't even list it. They didn't even try. They didn't bother. I don't know if they're boycotting. It's too hard. There's not enough info. I don't know. So almost all the singles are out of stock. If they're not, they have, 1, 2, or 3 listings. That's about it. I can't really get a good read on this, but I will say, remember, it's only 4 packs. I know the contents are a little different, but it's only 4 packs. So, I went to TCG Player, set it on rares only, high to low, 10 pages, cool, went right to the middle, checked up, down. Oops, their sorting code doesn't work. There is absolutely no excuse for that. But the overwhelming majority of them say market price unavailable and out of stock, and then the ones that are in stock, it's one person asking some price, and still says market price unavailable. So there's just not enough people buying or selling to make a determination, but I saw an enormous amount of these going, 20 to 40 bucks, which I don't think that's enough to prop up 4 packs of a $1,000 set. I hate to even call this a set. It's not. It's a product. I'll tell you right now, cards printed in 95, 6, and 7, obviously rarer and older and more nostalgic than any of this trash. The real version of it is going for hundreds, and the gold bordered version from the World Tournament, because they used to always sell that, $3, $4, $5. There's a couple exceptions, but people do not want cards, no matter how old or rare they are or what they look like, if they can't be played. So I could tell you with certainty that the singles prices are being propped up by the fact that the supply is just non-existent. So will the prices ever come down on these? I don't think enough for printed for the price to come down. I don't think enough of these are hitting the market. I don't think anybody bought these to open and then sell singles. Who would do that? Who would take that risk? Especially with the buzz around it, and I don't mean that in a good way. I just don't see it. So what's the future of pricing on this? It's a little more complicated than that, but I think at the end of the day, the answer is who cares? They shouldn't have done this. I wish this didn't exist, and I don't care what anybody's asking for anything. There's no market for this on either side, buying or selling. So let's just move on and pretend it didn't happen. How about that? So don't forget, Saturday, 10 o'clock Central Time. Watch for it. I got another editing crunch session to get this pumped out, but it's going to be a big announcement. So subscribe if you don't want to miss it, and let's just say there's a reason in 2 weeks why you'd actually want to be subscribed to my channel. So subscribe regardless, and I'll see you guys next time.